I bounce all the time. I'm so sorry. What's up?
Payton, why Texas?
Why Texas? Because it's the best country in the world. Love Texas. H-Town till I drown. I don't know. Hey y'all, I'm Payton Silburn and this is my story. I was born in Houston, Texas to two parents that from the outside were doing everything right. They were my Sunday school teachers growing up. I was sprinkled as a baby, so everyone thought that we were living the Christian life, but on the inside it just wasn't what was happening at our house. So when I was in kindergarten, my parents got a divorce. It just wasn't going well. I, like a lot of kids, took that really personal. I felt like I didn't deserve to be loved by anyone, and I didn't feel like I had like a father figure around because I stayed living with my mom. And I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression and also some anger issues. And that's a lot for a kid. I didn't care about God. I didn't think God cared about me because I was broken. And I didn't love myself, and so I didn't think anyone else would love me. We were driving from Houston to LSU for my first visit, and there was one of those big billboards that said, "Hey, if you die today, are you going to heaven or hell?" And I was like, hell, see you there. This is what my life is gonna be. So I got to LSU, and I got immediately involved in the wrong crowd. I started partying, I started drinking, and yeah, I just wasn't happy. One night, I went to the parade grounds with this girl that I really liked at the time. And we get there, and there's a group of people playing glow-in-the-dark Frisbee. And I'm like, man, that looks like so much fun. They're having a great time. And I walk up, and Dylan Gilbert was standing there, and I was like, hey, what's up, bro? Do you want a frizz? Like, the worst person ever. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. He was like, hey, like, I play water polo. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I play water polo. So I went to water polo, and he was like, I also go to Refuge. And I was like, cool. And my mom told me that she would stop paying my bills if I did not get involved in a local church. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll go to Refuge. I came to Refuge for the first time with Dylan, and it was great. It was like no other church I'd ever been to. Everyone there was super kind. No one thought of me as broken. And they start singing Good, Good Father. And it hit me like nothing has ever hit me before. And all of the things that like people had said about God finally made sense. He is a good father. He is perfect. He is loving. He accepts me for who I am. He doesn't see me as broken. Like, he truly does love me. He's not for everyone else. He's for me too. He came and sent his only son to die for me. I really just like in that moment prayed, and I was like, okay, God, like, I know you've been pursuing me since I was born, and I'm here. This is it. My life is yours. I love you. And it was great. It was the greatest day of my life. So life since then has been kind of crazy, but also kind of awesome. So I don't think that like becoming a Christian solves all your problems by any means, right? So like my mental health disorders didn't just go away. Like I'm still anxious a lot of the time. I think that my resting heartbeat is probably a lot faster than like the average person. Now that I have this awesome truth of God and how much he loves me and all that he's done for me, that is something more powerful to point to. For a lot of people, they think that, okay, I'm a believer, so if I pray hard enough, my anxiety will go away or my depression will go away. And yes, God loves you and is able to help you through those times, but there's nothing wrong with going to a counselor or someone like that because that's their job. God has empowered them to help you through those times, and God is the one working through them. I know that one of the things that's really helped me is there's a passage that says that we're all chosen. God chose each and every one of us to play a part in his story. And I didn't feel like that for a really long time. And now that I know that, like, my purpose is something bigger, and it's to glorify God at the end of the day. My name is Payton, and that is my story.